Number 5. Operation Mockingbird. The CIA's most ambitious propaganda campaign involved a secret network of journalists, some of whom were quite well known, to spread disinformation around the world. The program was exposed in 1973 by a Senate hearing. The journalists were given huge sums of money to write articles that would influence public opinion on a variety of topics, from the Vietnam War to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Some of the journalists involved in the scheme included columnist George F. Will and CBS reporter Dan Rather. To this day, it is illegal for Americans to knowingly spread disinformation overseas. But back in the 1960s and 70s, it was considered a useful tool in the battle between the superpowers. Number 4. Operation Ajax. In 1953, the CIA orchestrated the overthrow of Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister, Mohammad Mossadegh, who had been a thorn in the side of the U.S. and its allies due to his close ties with the Soviet Union. With the backing of Britain and the Shah of Iran, the CIA engineered a coup that installed the Shah's brother as Prime Minister. The move was highly controversial and led to years of instability and violence in the region. However, it did prevent Iran from falling into the hands of the Soviets. 3. Operation Success. In 1954, the CIA overthrew the democratically elected government of Guatemala and installed a military dictatorship. The move was motivated by a desire to prevent the spread of communism in Latin America and protect American business interests in the country. The CIA's involvement was kept secret for decades, but it was eventually revealed through the release of government documents. The operation had a major impact on the history of Central America and led to decades of conflict and instability in the region. Number 2. Operation Mongoose. In the early 1960s, the CIA developed a plan to overthrow Cuban dictator Fidel Castro. The operation involved a wide range of covert activities, including assassinations, sabotage, and propaganda. However, it ultimately failed, and Castro remained in power until 2008. One of the most infamous aspects of Operation Mongoose was the attempts to assassinate Castro. The CIA considered over 100 assassination attempts, including poisoning, exploding cigars, and even using a contaminated love interest. While none of these attempts were successful, they provide a glimpse into the lengths to which the CIA was willing to go in order to achieve its objectives. 1. The Bay of Pigs invasion. In April 1961, a group of Cuban exiles trained by the CIA attempted to overthrow Castro's government in a move known as the Bay of Pigs invasion. The plan was for the exiles to land in Cuba and spark a popular uprising against Castro. However, the invasion force was poorly trained and equipped, and the plan was poorly executed. The result was a humiliating defeat for the United States and a propaganda victory for the Soviets. The Bay of Pigs invasion is considered one of the most significant foreign policy disasters in U.S. history. These are just a few of the many covert operations that have been carried out by spy agencies around the world. These operations often involve sensitive and classified information, so it can be difficult to learn about them. However, it is important to know about these operations because they can have a major impact on world events.